You can catch him on The Athletic, where he covers the Yankees. Chris Kirschner, my guest this morning here at 105.5 WDHA. Chris was with us back in late March, just as the season was beginning, and now we're a little over 60 games in. And Chris, I guess the biggest news to come out of the last couple of days is the injured list, where Aaron Judge and Nelson Cortes are about to land. In your opinion, which injury has the bigger effect on the Yankees?
Yeah, I mean, it has to be Aaron Judge. I mean, he's the reigning American League MVP. He is, the saying is the Yankees go as Aaron Judge goes, and that's really been the case over the past few years now. This season, the Yankees are 6-7 when Judge is out of the lineup, and you can see the difference with the offense. When Judge is in the lineup, they're scoring 5 runs per game. When he's out of the lineup, they're scoring 3.5 runs per game. I mean, that's a big difference. So it's going to put a lot of stress on everyone else in the lineup. And right now, the Yankees, they're having to play without center fielder Harrison Bader. Giancarlo Stanton just came back. Josh Donaldson just came back. So there's going to be a lot more stress on those guys. Anthony Rizzo, DJ LeMahieu, Gleyber Torres, all those guys are going to have to pick up the slack with Judge out of the lineup. So for the Yankees, if it's a couple weeks where Judge isn't in the lineup, I mean, it's a lot of time, especially when you look at the standings and Tampa just continues to win. It seems like every single day. So if the Yankees continue losing ground, we might be talking about them being out of the division race by the end of the month. And, obviously that's going to put a lot of stress on them for the rest of the season when it comes to trying to get a wild card spot. So I would definitely say Judge is the bigger injury.
Cortes, on the other hand, the Yankees are 7-4 in games that he has pitched this year. His personal record is 5-2. I would argue that him being out of that lineup puts a big amount of stress on the rest of the starting pitchers.
It certainly does. I would say yes, he is 5-2, but he hasn't really pitched well this season. His ERA is over 5. He hasn't really gone deep into games. He's been struggling, especially when he's reached the fifth inning. When he reaches the fifth inning this season, his ERA is over 14. Um, he's said in Los Angeles when we spoke with him a few days ago that it's possible that his shoulder injury, which he's on the injured list for, has contributed to that. In between starts, he's been having problems recovering as well as he hopes. Yes, I think it definitely is impactful that Cortes is going to miss some time. Last night Aaron Boone said that he's going to have 2 weeks of no throwing, which would likely put him, best case scenario, probably he's missing the entire month because he's going to have a rehab start or maybe 2 rehab starts. So it's definitely a blow because they're already having to pitch without Carlos Rodon, who was their big signing in the offseason, signed a $160 million contract. He has yet to pitch an inning. Luis Severino had a short start in Los Angeles. He went 4 innings, and there was some definitely alarming signs in Severino's start where his fastball velocity was dropping nearly 3 miles an hour on average from his previous 2 starts. So the starting pitching rotation is definitely short on talent. So losing anybody in the rotation is tough. But I would say for Nestor, it might be a good thing if this shoulder injury has been popping up for the past couple of starts, which he said it has been.
So we've had 60 plus games now to observe some of these new rules. Which one do you like the best now that you've had a couple of months to see them, Chris?
I mean, I think it's easy. Just from a personal standpoint, it's the pitch clock. I get out of the stadium earlier than last season, and that's always nice. I think just from speaking from a fan, I would certainly also say pitch clock, just because of the fact that it feels like there's more action now. We're not waiting longer for action. In years past, it could feel like the game was dragging a little bit, where there was just nothing going on. So I feel like it's made the time in between pitches just a lot more shorter. And what that's led to is just more action in the game. And ultimately that's what, fans want to see. Fans are paying to see action. And I think the pitch clock has helped that.
You can read his Yankees coverage in The Athletic and also follow him on Twitter at Chris Kirschner. Chris, thanks for your time this morning. Always good talking Yankee baseball with you.
Thanks a lot for having me.